during a speech in Columbia Business School in 1984. He found out a disproportionate number of lucky investors that all came from the same intellectual origin, Graham and Doddsville. He identified these group of market beaters about 15 years before he made the speech, each with their unique style, but the same basic approach, and their record of success couldn't just be explained by random chance. We'll look more into this as we go on. So these are the value investors I've chosen for this presentation. The ones on the left side are the ones chosen from the options provided in the sample presentation, and the ones on the right side are the ones that I chose. They're all value managers with at least 15 years of super index performance, and they beat the S&P 500 index by at least 1% for 10 and 15 years. Here are their annual returns, and you can see their 5-year cumulative, 10-year and 15-year being much higher than the other two indexes. The S&P 500, or the Standard & Poor's 500, is a stock market index that's based on market capitalizations of 500 large companies having common stock listed on the NASDAQ. The Russell 2000 is the most common benchmark for mutual funds that identify themselves as small cap. The SI index was created by taking arithmetic averages of the yearly returns of the 8 super investors that we saw in the previous slide. And if you look, they have the highest averages, and their volatility or standard deviations of returns is lower than either of those two other indexes. On the right side, you can see its excess gain over the S&P 500, and they usually have higher returns. Here's a graphical representation of the same thing. The super investors achieve higher returns on average and lower downside, especially during the dot-com collapse. Same thing can be emphasized by excessive gains, especially over the dot-com bubble and the recent financial crisis. This is probably due to them having a higher margin of safety. They're consistently beating the market. Here we're looking at their 5-year rolling returns and 10-year rolling returns. For the 5-year, their excess returns range from 21% to 89%, and for 10 years this goes to above 100%.